Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you, and today we're going to take a look at probably one of the finest Schrade knives ever made. That's right, and Schrade made some doozies. So far in my Schrade collecting, my favorite knife I think has been from their Tradesman series and their Parker Frost from 1978 and 1981. So go check out those knives if you haven't done so. But this knife comes to us, I want to say, from the year 2007. So, wait a second. Wasn't Schrade owned by Taylor? Stuart Taylor or Taylor Company? Yes, they were. Stick around for the unboxing here. You'll see this is a Taylor Brands knife. Well, didn't they have their knives made in China? Yes, they did. And you still think this one is fantastic, Rusty? Yes, I do. In 2007, Stuart Taylor contracted our good buddy Bill Howard at Great Eastern Cutlery to make a fire and ice on their 73 pattern. I want to call this 73 GEC. And something, when you take a look at this. We'll do some comparison. Take a look at how your tang is finished here. It's even finished. We can get that in there. It's kind of polished and it's centered, and it's just beautiful, beautiful. The bone, the jigging here, we've got a kind of an arrowhead shield. Now this pivot would be spun, and what we do here is a machine, actually, instead of hammering that in there. But other knives I have, that pivot is spun as well. This is kind of hammered, and this one is, what it does is gives you a little bit of a broader head, and it's a machine that kind of pushes together and spins, and that's kind of the spun. And that's not something I don't think GEC does a lot. My serial number is 009, and I got lucky again. I saw this knife and it was up for bid, and I think it was in the $60-$70 range with half a day to go. And yeah, I put like 120 on it, which, yeah, I thought, you know, if I get it, it's GEC Trapper. You can find them listed at $250 or $400, all the way up to $400. And they made two different types. Made one with brown handles, and they made one with red. But we'll take a peek at our tang stamp. It's called a Bullnose Trapper, and I'm not exactly sure what that's all about. But anyway, back to my bid story. When it went all done, I won, obviously, 80 bucks. 80 frickin' dollars, gents. And it is beautiful. I do feel this slight unevenness, but it's not going to bother me. It's just a perfect size. It's a beautiful, beautiful trapper. We got a Bill Howard swedge on the top. We have booms, quick and snappy. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Maybe not GEC's finest knife they ever produced. Remember, this is 07. They're probably just getting into the swing of things. And that's quite a pull right there. And then we got another blade etch, which is a little bit worn. Schrade Cutlery, one of 400. So as I said, they did 400 of these with a reddish bone and 400 with a brown. And mine looks brown but I don't know. So but let's go over this again. We got the nail nick over here, boom, boom, and same thing, smallest amount of stepping here. Oh, let's see, we'll just get out a standard trapper. Here's our amber 2015 case in amber and carbon steel. This one has half stops, plenty of snap, and you can see it's ironic, it's actually a smaller, which is nice. It makes it more pocketable. This knife doesn't have any half stops. Let's get out a case select. Now, I paid more for my case than I did for my GEC. So let's see here. And the case select, they talk a lot about being handmade. So little comparison there. We do have fancier bolsters with the ringed bolsters. Gotta say, you gotta like that case coloring. But I don't really care. I like the green. I don't really like the black. And this is good. This is good. And then we're going to bring out the real competitor. And that's my Winchester. And this is what the heck? If you guys see my thumb was all beat up, that's from a Shot & Morgan video I shot. All right. So now we are into Winchester from 1989, 2904.5, and that's quite possibly my highest quality trapper that I own. It's in 1095 carbon steel. I love the blade swedges on it, and mine in particular has just gorgeous bone. It's a Utica old bone. We've got wonderful shield. We have the small hand pinned. We've got a pinned shield. I'm not sure if this one is pinned. That's something that GEC does do. Half stop on this, and beautiful walk and talk. And here's your, oh yeah. So you can find these in about the 150 range. Again, in my opinion, if you get them for 150, you're doing okay. If you get them for less, you're doing pretty good. So this is a smaller than a standard trapper. You can see that. And there we go. So if you didn't know already, Bill Howard, the owner of the company that made this knife, was the master cutler at Queen when they made this knife. And what Bill did, what he brought to the knife world, I think, was a wonderful quality. He got the most out of the workers, making sure that they produced quality knives. So thank you, Bill, for that. But this is the Schrade Fire and Ice Tempered. By the way, this is a stainless steel. I do believe the Fire and Ice talks, what that is the process of the quench. So with the stainless steel, Schrade, of course, isn't going to tell us their secret way of heat treating the metal, but what would happen, what it's all about is, heating whatever stainless they're using. Very well could be 440, could be 440A, could be 440B, could be 440C. It may be my guess. And then they would heat it to a certain temperature and then quench it. That would be fire, heating it up, and ice. and that would be quenching. So stick around for the unboxing, and thanks for joining me. Bye now. Okay guys, we'll take a peek at this knife. In the box it came in, there's their fire and ice tempered. It says Taylor brands on it, fire and ice, USA, Schrade Cutco, fine cutlery since 1904, USA. So I think I got the original acid-free paper, and you can tell that's very much the same as my GEC knives. Well, there we are looking at it. Had a red lined, kind of a felt lined interior. So hey, and that's the knife in a nutshell.